What's going on, Huebline?
How's it going?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Glad to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
For sure. So let's knock out some of the basics first. So you're originally from Connecticut?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. How long have you lived in LA?
Since June.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you're loving it out here.
Yes, sir. It's been
Warm
nice.
weather, beaches. What's your favorite part about California?
Where I'm living in Malibu right now, it's pretty nice. So probably that, and just the friends that I've made so far, and making music and making moves. So.
Word. Okay. Now, how old are you?
I just turned 23 a couple weeks ago.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, you're from Connecticut. What was it like growing up out there? What was your childhood like?
Man, outside a lot, playing sports, making music, like snowboarding and shit like that. It was good parents, good family, traveling a lot. I see Martha's Vineyard on the t-shirt. We used to go there every summer.
Nice, yeah, so do we.
It was good, man. Just kind of doing a lot of fun stuff that I wanted to do for the most part. And kind of always did music and played guitar, but got more serious about it the older I got. And really committed to it, like kind of going to college. And then while I was in college, you know, even more like committed and full on.
Okay, now
like my grandma's brother is like a piano player and he was like a professor and stuff, but no, it's just me really.
Okay, I feel you. So tell me about your influences. Like, what did you grow up listening to?
So it started off, the reason I wanted to play guitar was because of Bruce Springsteen, because my dad's super into him and I really liked it too. So I got a guitar when I was really little, and the main stuff was kind of like Bruce Springsteen and U2, and then it got into like punk stuff like Bowling for Soup and Green Day and Simple Plan, stuff like that, and then the hip hop stuff came along a little later, and like Lil Wayne and then Travis Scott later, and you know, because once I kind of got into producing was when more of the hip hop stuff was coming in too. So like when I got really into Travis, I was like got really into producing, and like, you know, so like the guitar stuff comes from more like a rock background and stuff like that, but the production is more definitely hip hop and
Word. I feel you on that, Travis. I do kind of see some of that influence, just like in your music, like the heavy distortion and kind of a little bit of auto tune. Right on, man.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, the question that I always forget to the end, I'll ask now. How'd you come up with the name Huebline?
Yeah, so in my town, there's like, it's pretty hilly and stuff, and you know, mountains and stuff, and on one of the mountains there's this big like castle tower thing. It's called Huebline Tower. It's spelled differently, but it was this family summer home in like the 1920s, and it's like a really nice hike. You can go up there and do it and shit, and just kind of, I actually thought of it as a name for like a dog, and then when I went to like release music, I was like, wait, that's pretty sick. So I just ran with that. It's spelled a little differently, and
that does sound like a dog name. Like, right? I could see like a little pit bull or a little pug named Huebline.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Okay. Now GCMB. What's all that about?
Yeah. So it's Golf Cart Mole Boys.
Golf Cart Mall Boys.
Mole Boys.
Mole Boys.
Yeah. So mole is like weed and tobacco in a bong rip. So yeah.
Crazy. So it's like a spliff bong rip.
Yeah. So me and my best friend, we used to work at this golf course, and like I was doing like maintenance, so it was like weed whacking every day at 6 a.m. all day, shit like that. So it wasn't that fun, but you know, we would just like link up and smoke, you know, all the time, and we just came up with that. And then, man, I just like kind of knew right away it was like something I wanted to make, and just the vision for it's like big company, record label. I'm working on like forming an LLC for it, and you know, clothing. I've designed some clothes for it and stuff like that. So
nice,
big plans for it.
Okay,
and,
so that's,
you know,
Golf Cart Mole Boys. That's your brand.
Yeah,
like it. Okay, how many people are a part of that?
So it's me and my best friend Brian, and then my friend Jay as well. It's mostly just us three, but
yeah. All right. So, Blurry Boy, that was
Yeah.
the EP you dropped this year. I
Yeah.
really liked it. Just
Thank
short,
you.
sweet, and to the point, just a
Yeah.
few songs.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the concept for that?
I had that for a while, you know, the Blurry Boy thing. I wrote the chorus as like a poem, like in class, like maybe my sophomore year of college. And I had that song for a while, and I had Don't Think for a while, and then I wrote Sorry more recently.
Yeah.
And I just thought they all fit together and told a story. And I just was something I wanted to do for a long time, call it Blurry Boy. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I think Sorry is a really special song. It makes my mom cry.
Really?
So yeah.
I like that song a lot too, because I was kind of curious to like why you called it Sorry and who you were apologizing to.
Yeah, it's a suicide note, like to my family.
Right. Damn.
So, yeah.
So you went through some turmoil, I see.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
So what got you through that? Like, what was going on at the time?
Man, it was like 5 years of this shit, really. But music got me through it, and just never quitting. You know, I came close to not getting through it a couple times for sure. Been in some dark places, seen some crazy shit, but I don't know, I guess one of my rules is just to not, like, never quit. Because if you quit, you're a fucking quitter, and that's pretty lame. So it's like, you know,
No.
just don't quit and have faith. And, you know, a lot of stuff, I've learned so much, like, about, like, the universe and how things work and law of attraction, if you want to call it that, and through this process. And it's kind of like what keeps me, like, motivated to, like, see these, like, visions through. And as stuff slowly starting to, like, come to fruition, it's like it's up and down, but it's like, you know, you just keep going no matter what.
Awesome, I feel you. Thank God you're here today. For real.
Yeah, stoked.
So, after Blurry Boy got released, are you
Yeah.
working on anything like a full-length project or an album?
So the next thing's gonna be a single in January. So the industry kind of gets real, like, it's kind of only like really big artists put out albums, kind of like from now to Christmas, New Year's-ish is what people have been telling me. So I'm gonna wait till like the second week of January, drop a song. I have a music video, my first video, so I'll be dropping that with the song, and then probably a couple more singles, and then another EP, a little bit longer EP, to take me to the summer. But I'm starting to talk with like a management company, so it's like in the early stages, but we're gonna get like a real plan together and everything. So I've got some goals written down for the year, and you know, just chase those down, and yeah, not an album yet though.
Dope.
That'll
Okay.
come.
How about some music videos? We got some visuals on the
I
way?
got one video, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The next song is gonna have a video.
Tight.
It's all done and everything.
Who are you working on the video with?
This kid, his name's Mason Lukowitz. I just saw this dude Steven Moses and PPG Casper.
Yeah,
they're
Stephen
artists.
Moses from Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they have a video I really like for their song. It's called Sick in the Head. And Mason did the video, and I just DM'd him on Instagram, and he's in LA, and he was down. We shot it.
Easy.
So, and it's
Okay.
sick. Yeah, it came out really well.
Cool. Talk about people you'd like to collab with. Any artists, producers, video
Yeah.
makers?
There's a lot, man. Skepta. I really like Skepta.
Sure.
I really like John Mayer. That would be really cool. Kenny Beats, because he's from Connecticut too, so that'd be cool.
Right.
Man, there's a lot of people. Cardi, you know, like I'm really into the trap stuff, and like, so I want to live in that world a little bit too, definitely. Man, there's a lot of artists I look up to and really like, and I feel like that stuff, just things like come around, and all of a sudden you're in the room with that person, and like that's where it happens. But Skepta's one for sure. Get over to London and like hang out. Mac DeMarco.
Definitely.
Cool.
Good choice.
Yeah.
What's a typical day like for you?
Well, so I've actually, for most of the time I've been out here, I've been doing an internship at a studio called Melrose Sound.
Nice.
So that just ended a couple weeks ago. But for the most part, I was there almost every day, helping out with what I needed to help out with and like making sure everyone's good. But then we get to use the studio, so making music, making beats. I've actually been away for a few weeks. I was home and then I was in Miami where I went to school, like doing some more school stuff. I think I'm going to go back and finish school in the spring because I only have one semester left.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask, like, talk about college. Like, how was that?
Not great. My mental state was just not good the whole time, you know, so it was pretty rough. But I think I'm going to go back and finish. Like, I'm doing music, but it's like, you know, I put all that time and work into it, and like it'd feel good to like get some closure with it, especially with everything that went down there for me.
I feel you don't have been there.
Yeah. So
I was just being in Miami though. I mean, that's got to be insane for school. I went out there for the first time in April. It's a party town. It's, you know.
Yeah, it's an interesting place to live. It's a very interesting place to live, man. It's fun for sure, but it's a different kind of place, and you know, there's traffic. There's a lot of traffic like there is here. Like, it's a different kind of traffic, but there's still plenty of traffic, and things are spread out, but it's fun. You know, if you want to go, if you're looking for it, you can find pretty much whatever you want down there. The beach is pretty great, but just how I felt kind of ruined it for me, to be honest. But
yeah,
you know.
And when you fall off a horse, you got to get back on. What were you studying?
My major is music business.
Nice.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So, is your career goal obviously like to be a full-time musician?
Artist, yeah.
Dope.
Artist,
Okay.
producer.
I see you. At what age did you start playing guitar?
I was like 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much you've always had an instrument in your hand.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah. Played like the double bass for a little bit. I played a little saxophone for a few years, but once I got to middle school and I was in like choir and band, I was like, I don't like this at all. So I quit that stuff and just focused on playing guitar and writing songs and stuff.
Okay.
So
Dope. Favorite food?
pizza,
Favorite drink?
Dr. Pepper,
Favorite time of day?
morning.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Number 1 on the charts in the hearts.
Who do you see yourself touring alongside with?
I think like as far as opening, maybe next summer, someone like Youngblood or like Black Bear, this dude Gabriel Black, like people like that, hopefully.
Favorite quality in somebody to date?
To date?
Yeah.
Honesty.
Funny weed smoking story?
The best one is probably from freshman year. My friends would make these brownies out of, so they had like a PAX and they'd vape, and then they'd make edibles with the vape weed, because I guess you can do that. They made the batch, they put so much in, and man, everyone who took that, the first kid like 15 minutes later was just gone. And then, man, I took that hallucinating. I like, you know, I threw up. Like, I walked into like the little common room, and everyone was like, people were like cartoon characters. Like, it was crazy. Like, I've never been that high before.
Straight tripping balls.
That's definitely the best weed story I've got.
I gotta tell you an edible story once we get off
Yes,
record.
Sir.
Okay. Best concert you've ever been to?
Best concert?
Yeah.
I'd probably say like Lollapalooza as like a whole.
Oh, in Chicago?
Thing. Yeah.
Nice. Who performed that year?
Mac DeMarco there was really dope.
Sweet.
He was probably my favorite person I saw. But I've been to some cool concerts.
Dope. Okay. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Probably this is called Milk and Cookies from Ben & Jerry's.
I just got hip to that, bro.
Gas.
I like it. So fire.
Gas.
Yeah. Anything else the people should know about Huebline?
Man, I'm just on this journey, on the come up, and just keep watching. And you know, if you want to follow along, and a lot of music coming.
Dope. Okay.
Exciting stuff. Yeah.
Last but not least, why should people care about Huebline?
Man, I think I've got a story to tell, and I think I make some catchy music, and I don't know. Get to know me, I think.
Sure. And what are the 3 best songs people should listen to you?
Stuff that I have out, Sorry, Flicker, and probably Stop Me. I like Stop Me a lot.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I couldn't be both who am I now. Could I articulate successfully what I know now? But I look ahead.